I think I speak for everyone when I say that mechanically intensive shots are fun to watch. It's easy to get swept up and distracted by the flash and the flare of today's Rocket League skill. As tempting as it is for us to learn and go for these types of shots, they tend to be high risk, unless you've gotten incredibly consistent with them, and more often than not, end up with your teammates calling you trash and getting scored on by your opponents. And let's be real, as much as we'd like to tell ourselves we're good enough at them, when it comes down to attempting one in-game, it's pretty easy to look like a complete idiot. Wouldn't it be nice to just have more options? Especially on those days where your mechanics seem to have decided that they have better things to do for the day, and you're left looking like a Silver 2 who can barely hit the ball. There are 3 shots that are certainly not new, but I feel that they are hidden gems that are simply underutilized and underappreciated, but just as effective as flashy shots, if not more so, depending on the situation. There's definitely a degree of satisfaction in hitting a nice shot, but there's another level of satisfaction in doing a seemingly simple shot really well to the point of making your defender look like a silly goose. These 3 shots will go in order from easiest to most difficult, but I really believe that any rank can and should learn them all. All are simple to learn, but challenging to master, especially dialing in the accuracy aspect of the shot, to me at least. But I also struggle hitting open nets. Not only can any player learn these, but they will also remain effective options while you climb through the ranks, even to the pro level. I plan to keep this simple, so each shot highlighted will contain a brief tutorial on how to do it, and my favorite training packs to get consistent at them. The first shot is the simple and beautiful hook shot. This shot can be done by any rank, although there are certain levels to it, and the shot should evolve as you improve and rank up. The hook shot's done by getting the ball rolling in one direction, positioning your car on the same side the ball is rolling towards, and getting a very hard cut on the ball, resulting in a powerful shot. The best part about this shot is that you control the timing. Once you get the ball rolling, you can shoot at any time, making it really hard for your defender to predict and save. Honestly, this is a finicky little shot, and you'll need repetition to understand the small details to improve your power and your placement. Cut too hard, the ball goes to the moon. Don't cut hard enough, you get no power. But this training pack by Whey Protein will get you super comfortable with these minor details. It contains 18 simple and unique shots all over the field that will keep you occupied for hours. The name of the game here is challenge yourself. Do the same shot over and over, aiming at each part of the net until it's easy for you and can be translated in-game without even thinking twice. It's easy to get lazy and move on to the next shot, but practice your placement and your power with each of the 18 shots multiple times each. You should be consistent with every angle if you work on this training pack long enough. You might have to use power slide for those really tight angles too. The second shot on my list is the air roll / power shot. Timing is essential on these shots, and they are done successfully when you catch the ball off of a bounce. To get the most power possible, you have to flip into the ball right before it starts its upward trajectory. Air rolling in the opposite direction of your flip before you shoot isn't required, but it definitely adds some power. An important tip to note is you have to hit the ball with your front bumper, or the corners of your front bumper for maximum power. My favorite training pack for power shots is this one by Vince. They get progressively harder and are great for any ranked player to dial in their accuracy and power from different positions. Some angles can be very frustrating, but keep going until it's easy. This training pack is your warm-up's best friend. Not only can you use this to sharpen your skills, you can also use it to warm up your general accuracy before hopping into ranked. The same rule applies. Hammer away at each shot until you're consistently placing the ball where you intend to, with power you're content with. Try to think like a defender when you're practicing these. Would they be able to save it with ease? Or was it the perfect top corner shot? Do them until you can confidently tell yourself that anybody would have trouble defending it. And all that's left is just take it into a game. Last but certainly not least is the bounce dribble. The bounce dribble is a combination of a hook shot and a power shot, and not to toot my own horn, but is the perfect way to wrap up this list. It requires a directional change, like the hook shot, in shooting off of a bounce, like the power shot, but requires a level of finesse to keep the bounce dribble itself going. Start by rolling the ball. Approach the ball like you would a hook shot, on the same side the ball is rolling towards, and cut under the ball. The same can be achieved off of a regular dribble. Once the ball bounces once, you need to catch it off the bounce each time while approaching your opponent's net. Time it perfectly off of the bounce with the power shot learned previously, and boom, you've transformed into Khaled. Bounce dribbles might look easy, but the amount of practice required to reliably pull these off with power and accuracy is just mind-boggling. You can call it boring, you can call it annoying, but you can't call it ineffective. I'd honestly recommend practicing just the movement of the bounce dribble first, as you should have the shooting part down from practicing power shots and hook shots prior to this. Once you're comfortable starting the bounce dribble, it's time for, you guessed it, grinding away at a training pack. My favorite bounce dribble training pack is this one by Gunshot. These shots are set up perfectly to learn the ability to make adjustments to your dribble itself, as well as obviously improving the shot. The hardest part of the bounce dribble is the accuracy off of the dribble itself. Don't get frustrated, as you're fighting the battle of timing the shot perfectly. Now, it's simple. Just don't stop practicing until you have 1800 MMR in ones. All three of these shots are definitely circumstantial. They can be done in any game mode at any rank, but the more often you do them, the easier you'll find the ideal time and place to use them. I'm never going to stop practicing flashy mechanics because I just have fun doing it, and I'm not suggesting you stop practicing every other shot and only focus on these. But they are an effective option to add to your arsenal, and shouldn't be replacing any shot, but should be a useful addition to your repertoire that in turn improve your game. It's simple. The more options you have, the easier it is to score. Score more, win more. Easy.